Hello, universe. Back again today to talk more about love. Um, I just kind of want to go over as many ways as possible, ideas of love, thoughts of love, levels of love as possible here because I might mention something that you haven't already heard or maybe you don't know a whole lot about. I have been going through some research on different things. Um, Living through life, watching things, obviously researching in other ways. And in today's fabulous world, we have AI. So I have also consulted a few different AI ideals of things as well, to get different thoughts and ideas of things. And even I, as I do that, um, come across new ways of kind of explaining, hearing, talking about it, those sorts of things. So honestly, when it comes to it, again, as far as I am concerned, we haven't lived in a world that has been of love. Um, hasn't really been completely accepting of love. Not to say that we don't see it, but it's not. Other things are much more advertised than love. And so, it's hard to definitely pin down with a single definition. That's why there's so many different varieties, so many different ways of it. And also, what is love for one person may be different for another person. I think there's an essence that we all kind of share. Um, However, what we expect of things is different for each individual with things. So, I'm just going to quickly, right now, briefly run across a few different levels or types of love. And actually, these are probably more different types of love. There's the romantic love, there's compassionate love, there's family love, there's platonic love, self love, brotherly love, unconditional love, agape love. Then there's different ways of feeling love or expressing love or um, that emotional part of things. Again, still working on my own emotions when it comes to things. So to pinpoint exactly how to say this one is a little bit different, but there's intimacy, there's passion, there's commitment. You can combine those in different ways. There's um some people in some ways, and this is where sometimes it gets pretty bad where people can kind of use it. There's lust, which is not necessarily love, but on some levels it can be a lower level layer of the love as well. That's more of a hormonal thing sometimes. That's sometimes where people feel like, love did them wrong in some ways because they might actually have a heart towards somebody and the other person might just be kind of lusting about things and those sorts of ways with things. Love can affect us in many, many ways, same as it can be for the different ways and how many different varieties there are. There's also different ways of layering it even into a spiritual sense of things. Most people don't always go into that whole ends of things, but that's why I am bringing it all up because my coaching, again, I do coach on helping a person get more in touch, build the relationship with self, their higher power, and others through love, trust, and connection. And that love idea there is very, very necessary. So, need to know how you're presenting yourself or what you expect in the world when it comes to love. In some ways, you got to get a handle on that before you can even understand your own self love of things. Because, especially in today's day and age, like I say, we all have a different idea of love. There isn't a way that we've really been able to see love in all sorts of great ways. Some people have it. Some people got to grow up with parents in a good relationship. That's great, but we also come from a world today that unfortunately those relationships are very few and far between. And as I had said the other day, some people have them, but they also went through a many different avenues in order to get to that relationship that they're in, that is their whether it's be till death do us part or the forever kind of relationship. I myself am more in tune with wanting a forever kind of relationship. I don't want just a death until us part. I want a forever relationship. So again, that's another way that we all have different ways of looking at love. So that's all I'm going to talk about and touch on right now. Lots of different ways of looking at it, just right there. I am going to go into more detail on some of those things definitely here in my next videos. I hope you have a wonderful day, universe.